More updates coming in from the Supreme Court as the Supreme Court has pulled up the Gujarat government, saying the government is complicit with the convicts. In fact, at the center of the entire controversy has been that the union government's guidelines had clearly said that special remission may not be granted to prisoners convicted for the offence of rape, human trafficking and under POCSO. And questions had been asked of the Gujarat government. The Supreme Court also now saying only when rule of law prevails can there be liberty. So, Mr. Swapnil Kothari, if you can explain this to us, because even when the remission was granted, there were several questions being raised that the union government's guidelines had clearly said that prisoners of such crimes cannot get remission. Then how is it that the Gujarat government allowed remission for these convicts? Did they overstep?
Well, absolutely. And let me tell you, for the benefit of the viewers, a law says something. In its strictest interpretation, I'm supposed to go by what it says, and I know as a government or as an officer or as an individual, especially say as an officer of the state government or a municipality or something of that sort, that roads should not have potholes. Now, I try to comply with it as much as I can, knowing fully well that I'm not going to be able to comply with it because there are certain pressures.
Okay, so these were the questions that were asked, but I'll also ask you about the fact that prisons are a state subject. Is that why the Gujarat government was seen to be overstepping itself?
You are saying that the government of Maharashtra would also take cue from the strict wordings of the Honorable Supreme Court and the guidelines framed that in the cases where the convicts are convicted for offences of gang rape and killing and such barbaric acts, then remission should not have been granted in the first place, be it the government of Maharashtra or Gujarat or any government within the nation. So the cue has to be taken from the apex court's harsh wording today, and I believe that they have to suffer for the acts that they have done.
Okay, suffer for the acts that they have done, because the Supreme Court has now come down heavily on the Gujarat government, and this is also going to have political implications. We continue to get updates from the Supreme Court. The court has now said that they can be granted remission only as per law. It was argued that they spent 1 year and 5 months outside jail after granting remission, but only when rule of law prevails can there be liberty. Scathing words coming in from the Supreme Court as it said that Gujarat was complicit with the convicts. We're going to talk about the